Hi guys, this is Winter Storm the Artist, and yes, I have a television in the other room and in the background because I don't know what it is, but I like to hear uh, sort of like noises in the background when I paint. Uh, it's sort of like white noise or whatever. It actually helps me to relax, especially if I'm going to be somewhere for a long period of time. How are you guys doing out there? Today was a beautiful day, wasn't it? It really was. Um, and still is. Today, I'm working on a beautiful painting for a friend of mine. Her sister died not too long ago. Her sister and my friend. So this is a very, very, very special painting that I'm babying and taking my time to develop. As you can see, let me let you get a little bit of look at how it's turning out. I mean, there's a lot to go with it before completion, of course, but I know that when it's done, it's going to be stunning. Because before I do something, I have to be in the right state of mind. You know, I have to enter into it with the end in mind, such as life, anything you want to accomplish. You really have to be focused and set goals, which are not easy, you know, when life is going on, but you sort of breathe life into your dreams by working with it, even if it's just for a few moments. As you can see, these leaves are all different. They really are, which is sort of a representation of what people are like. Everybody has their own personality and the way they feel about things, their own opinion of which they're entitled to. So it's like a melting pot of ideas, ideals, and things of that nature, which makes it interesting. Don't you agree? I hope you agree. If not, I'm sort of one of these people that I have a philosophy of life. The less you care about what other people think, the more authentic you can be. And that's how I live my life. I've learned quite a bit of how to cope with this life, how to navigate through issues, differences, things of that nature. I chose leaves, a lot of these leaves, and there's going to be a lot of flowers and things, bright and vibrant and full of life because my friend that passed away was so vibrant and full of life. And her heart, she had a heart of gold. It was so genuine and so loving and caring. And I want this painting to be a great representation of who she was as a person. Everything beautiful, everything alive, part of the solution. You know, she was sort of one of those people that when she walked into a room, the sun followed her. And you sort of knew everything was going to be all right. Sort of like, when your mommy comes into a room and it's just like the world could be falling apart. Oh my God, the world is falling, the world is falling. The sky is falling. Excuse me, I think I said that wrong. But You sort of feel like the sky is falling, the sky is falling, you know. Mommy comes into the room and it's just like, oh, all is well, mommy's here, you know. And I was really, really fortunate enough to have a mother like that. I could tell her anything, and, you know, she made it okay. And she developed a space where I could be my authentic self, and nothing was off limits or too weird to discuss. And I think that it's really great when people have those safe spaces to where they can speak their mind and not be afraid of being judged or looked at differently, or being, you know, made to feel like something was wrong with them just because they feel the way they do. So, yeah, my mom created a space like that, which meant that no matter what in life, um, whether I failed, whether I succeeded, or whether I failed, I could always fly because I knew when I got home, my mom would be there and she loved me. And that was sort of like my safety net. You know, a lot of people don't have that safety net, but I did. And let me tell you, it makes a world of a difference. You certainly can fly. Love is a part of, or I should say, love is, in my personal opinion, the greatest recipe in creating a secure and whole person of authenticity and, you know, values, morals, loving life, seeing life, slowing down enough to smell the roses, and being in the present moment. Someone has to love you for you to be able to do that, as opposed to being stuck inside of yourself and not seeing what's going on around you and so forth. But love is definitely the answer in an unlimited amount of people's lives. If you're loved, all someone has to do is love you, and life is different. Life is alive. It's like you're walking around a few inches off the ground. You're wanting to succeed, and you're wanting to never give up, and you know there's no top to the bottle because you're loved. So yeah, definitely, I've lived that, so I know it to be true. Guys, I'm Winter Storm the artist. I hope you follow my channel because I'm gonna be doing more of this. Like just talking and painting and sharing, my life lessons with you guys. I love helping people to be the greatest version of themselves. I love sharing what I've learned and making people's lives richer. So I'm hoping that you'll check me out and that this can grow because I want people to be free. I want people to be free. I don't want them to hide because of the way they feel or any type of mental challenges, mental disorders, or whatever. I want people to speak about things like they speak about their favorite, ice cream or whatever. I don't want anyone to be ashamed of anything. I want people to live out loud, live freely, and live unapologetically because of who they are. Because when you live like that, it really, life feels differently. You don't feel like you're sort of like, you know, sliding into a room, not wanting to be noticed. You can, you know, walk into a room, and walk erect with confidence and with that sort of that feeling on the inside that you belong, and you dance to the beat of your own drum because of who you are. We all are perfectly flawed, and I think that we all should celebrate that, being perfectly flawed, you know? So I'm going to keep painting, guys, and I absolutely love speaking with everyone, and I hope that you enjoy this short time of me painting leaves for this painting, and I'm going to actually help you, or I should say not help you, but I'm going to allow you to see the progress of this painting and take you on some journeys of some paintings that I've done in the past. Okay? So, again, I'm Winter Storm the artist. Check me out. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, you name it, I'm there. Growing my brand, growing this movement of freedom, health, and wellness, and the ability to explore your gifts and take a chance at something greater and bigger than yourself. All right, guys. Hasta luego. Have a great evening. Ta ta for now. Bye.